Good morning to you. We're live at Rutland High School as Bibb County students head back to the classroom today. As you can imagine, a lot of students are very excited. Also, something that's exciting here, Bibb County School District's police chief has a new book, and Freha Brar joining me live this morning with the latest on that.
Yeah, so Chief Curtis Adams shared that he's lived through many roadblocks in his life, from his childhood and the inner city projects of Chicago to the way that he was brought up and the difficulties that he's also faced throughout his careers. Those are just some of the things that he's including in his newly self-published book, Building Bridges. For every chapter of his life.
Talking about gangs, killings, shootings, violence. Growing up, it was really rough.
Curtis Adams remains resilient.
Dog food out the garbage cans. You didn't have a lot to eat.
During his childhood in Chicago, Adams says his father was in and out of prison for most of his life before he was shot and killed.
Originally, he used to go for fighting, but later on in life, he started selling drugs. So he's a big drug dealer in Chicago.
Through football, Adams sought peace in high school, but he remembers an officer that stayed on his campus.
And he was just always, you just like your father. You gonna end up in jail. Like, man, what are you messing with me for? I haven't done anything to you, to nobody else.
Adams says countless encounters with police officers traumatized him. Once, he was pulled out of a car into snow as a cop put a gun to his head. Eventually, he was let go, but not without getting frostbite. Another time, he was arrested with a group for a crime he says he didn't commit.
We went to jail to this day. I still had to put that on my records. And I had to get the cases expunged. I had to wait 10 years to get the cases expunged for something that I didn't even do.
But Adams didn't give up his resilience.
That I knew that I could not keep complaining about the police because nothing was going to be done. So I said, I'm going to become a police officer.
After graduating from college in 1992 with a degree in sociology, focusing on criminology and a football scholarship, Adams says he actually had trouble getting a job in law enforcement.
I think that this was a divine intervention. I don't think that it was meant for me to go straight into policing at that time, because I don't think my mind was right, because I just hated the police.
So he took roles in the mental health field for a few years, coached football for a while, before joining the City of Atlanta Police Department. And after several other law enforcement stops, he moved to Bibb County Schools in December as the chief with perspective.
When we talk about putting all these charges on these children, how it can affect them for the rest of their lives and their careers.
The chief's philosophy is to reform and transform the justice system through building bridges.
No matter what your job is, what your job title is, means absolutely zero to me if you're not a good person.
So you can probably tell that the title of this book speaks for itself. Now, this copy is a gift. It was actually signed by Chief Curtis Adams. Yeah. You can probably find your own on Amazon or on 13wmaz.com. We have the link there.
He certainly does have an incredible story. Thank you so much for sharing that for us this morning, Freha.